Hello and welcome to the morning roast. It's Ian Sachs here and big shot Rob Buncario. Rob, the question of the morning though, before we even get started with anything, where is Chelsea?
I have no idea. First of all, Ian, she texted me and you last night that she watched the championship game, and she is not here to talk about it. Chelsea, where are you? Come on, you know what time it is. It's time to talk some NCAA championship.
And the thing is with Chelsea, she made a point to watch the Final Four games on Saturday. She made a point to watch the championship game last night and made a big deal about it, texting you and me about it, made a big deal about it on Twitter, tweeting at me, oh, I'm a changed woman and everything. Well, if you're a changed woman, where are you to prove it? We are starting a hashtag, Where is Chelsea? So join our social media campaign there, Where is Chelsea? Hashtag, Where is Chelsea? Now, if Rob ever gets a Twitter, he could join that conversation. But still, at Ian R. Sachs, see my most recent tweet, hashtag, Where is Chelsea? But anyway, Rob, instead of talking about Chelsea, we have some more important news to get on. How about the men's basketball national championship game last night? Duke and Wisconsin. An epic game. Of course, Wisconsin taking down Kentucky on Saturday night, and then coming away and facing Duke in really an epic battle.
Oh, it was just phenomenal, this game, Ian. Wisconsin looked like they had that game in control the whole first, even going into the second half. Played Okafor so well that he wasn't even playing in the second half. We're making turnovers, and then you know what Coach K did, Ian? He did the normal Coach K. He adjusted. His defense played phenomenal down the stretch, and that's why they won this game. I mean, Tyus Jones, though, we have to give it to this kid. Just heated up, hitting shot after shot, and you go, wow, where was this all regular season? Just really stepped it up. This is why he won player of the tournament for the Blue Devils. I mean, just phenomenal game.
Yeah, I mean, Tyus Jones all year long was the second best player on Duke, behind Jahlil Okafor. And it seemed that whenever you would watch a Duke game, they'd either show Okafor because he's the biggest name and the top player on the team, or if they're showing someone else, they're showing Tyus Jones. And it's like, okay, they keep showing Tyus Jones. I'm waiting for him to have a breakout game, and that's exactly what he did last night. 23 points, 19 coming in the second half. His 23 points, I think, third or fourth most all-time by a freshman in the championship game. Just an absolutely great performance. But I have to give a shout-out to my boy, Grayson Allen. Fellow freshman, just lit it up when Duke was down by 9 with Jones and Okafor on the bench. They turn to that kid, 8 straight points, pulls Duke within 1, and then of course they go on to win the title game by 5, 68-63. But just a sensational performance. When I was watching the game, I turned to my brother and I said, Grayson Allen in this game is Spike Albrecht from 2 years ago. Just an absolute no-name on a team with a ton of great players coming in and having the game of his life at the Final Four. An absolutely great performance by him. In the semifinal against Michigan State, the announcers said, this kid, Grayson Allen, is going to be something special at Duke. And I was like, all right, I have to watch out for him. And then in the first, in the game there, that was really the first that I'd heard of him. And then I made a special point to watch out for him, and I was really impressed. And then he just totally outdid himself in the championship game. Duke's freshman, 60 points last night. 60 of their 68 points were scored by freshmen, the most all time in a championship game.
Wow, that is big. I have to say, Ian, freshmen the last couple of years, these freshmen are just amazing. You even look at other schools like Kentucky, what these guys keep doing, and these kids just come in. They're going to be great when they go NBA. Some of these guys, when they go NBA, it's going to be great to watch them over the next couple of years. One thing I have to say, though, about this game, Coach K, Ian, amazing this year, picking up his 1,000 win versus St. John's, 5-time NCAA championship. Just this guy's legacy is just one of the most amazing things we've seen growing up. Going back to the 90s with Christian Laettner. And now it's just like, does his legacy continue? Like, do you see Coach K staying a couple more years? Do you think maybe we'll see him maybe 2 more years at most? I mean, he is just amazing. And I think he's done enough for the legacy he's sealed at Duke.
Oh, absolutely. Coach K is a definitely already a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And there's, no question about it. But you have to look at Duke. I mean, when you look at it, 2 championships in the last 6 seasons, 2010 and this year. And really, it seems like with the way the college game has evolved, so has Duke and Coach K. Because you associate Duke with players staying 4 years and a type of player like a J.J. Redick or a John Shire or Kyle Singler, and players staying 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. But now Coach K has a group of freshmen that have are sealing the deal and leading him to a national championship. Now, since Duke is associated with having players stay 4 years in college, even in this time period of one and dones, they still get elite players and they get them to stay for the duration of their college careers. You have to wonder, do you think this year's team could return basically everyone next year?
Not really, because you know what? There's so many guys. When we look at the time has changed from when we were kids, the way it used to be, where people would play maybe 2 to 3 years. Now everybody, it's all about the money and going to the NBA, making your mark. So I really don't see this team repeating again. The last team you could actually say that you saw was Florida, the Gators with Donovan's team with Noah. That was a stacked team where everybody came back the following year, same team repeated. But we're not going to be seeing that.
Yeah, I mean that Florida team was great. You had they come out of basically nowhere as a 3 seed, win the national championship with no seniors in the starting lineup. All 5 starters say they're coming back for the following year, and then they go on and are clearly the best team in the country all year long. Win the national championship. That was just a great story there. But Rob, how surprised were you that Wisconsin shocked Kentucky?
Oh, I was so surprised. Well, I was surprised about this game, but it kind of started hitting me a couple weeks ago when I was watching the Notre Dame game, where they kept showing on ESPN Kentucky's games where they struggled, where they came out with the wins. And then you look at Notre Dame come out with that 2-point win. Kentucky should have been done in that game. That was Notre Dame's game, and they blew it. And I mean, coming into this game, it was more like, would Kentucky struggle? And you hear so many reports on the news, oh, they're going to struggle with the shooting. You got to watch out. They're going to score on inside. And Wisconsin just outplayed Calipari's system. Calipari didn't have an answer for them. And you know what? Very surprised, though, to see this. It was a big shocker. I mean, kind of ruined everybody's bracket, that loss.
Oh, absolutely. More than half of the people on ESPN had Kentucky winning the national championship. Yeah. When you think of how many brackets there are, over 9 million, I think maybe even over 10 million this year, brackets on ESPN, more than half of them having one team win the national championship, that's unheard of. Unheard of. This team was far and away the favorites to win it all. And, the thing is, I'm not that surprised that Kentucky got upset. I picked them to win the national championship. I thought they would win the national championship. But it wasn't like if they lose, it's going to be the biggest upset in the history of all sports.
Oh, no.
I didn't think that way.
Yeah.
I kind of thought, there's a chance they could lose, but I just didn't know to who it might be. I thought maybe it could be Notre Dame in the regional final, or maybe it could be, or Wisconsin, or let's say if Arizona got there over Wisconsin to the Final Four, could be in that game, could be in the championship game to who knows who they might have played there, might have played Michigan State, might have played Duke. There could have been so many different teams that they could have lost to, that the choice to pick against them was like, if you do pick against them, where do you have them lose? Mm-hmm. And I think, that was one of the big things. It was like, all right, well, I can't see them lose this game, so they'll win this one. I can't see them lose this game, so I'll have them move on to the next game. And so, but do you think that Kentucky's legacy this year was tarnished, or the legacy of this year's team was tarnished by them not sealing the deal and winning a national championship?
I really don't think so. I think you look at it, a group of freshmen, 9 All-Americans on that team. Even though you don't finish undefeated, you won 38 games. You won 38-1. You won your conference, and there's nothing really else to say. Big deal, you lost the national championship. There's schools that have gone amazing and haven't won a national championship. And you know what? Everybody's going to go, oh, Kentucky, what could have been. No, you know what? The kids put up an amazing year. Give it to them what they did this year.
Well, you know what, Rob? It's about time. It is about time that we have our very own Chelsea Taylor Harris joining the show.
Good morning, guys. I may or may not have just overslept and just did my cardio for the whole entire week. I just did my cardio for the week. What's going on, guys?
Well, Chelsea, we were waiting for our college basketball expert,
yeah,
to come on the show.
I'm gonna die
and,
now.
I guess sleep is more important than Big Shot Rob and Ian Sachs.
I love you guys to death. I just overslept. I'm sweating right now. I just ran from my apartment here. So I am ready to talk about the game because I was texting Rob throughout the whole entire game. He was speaking another language, and I was tweeting you that I was watching the game over Dancing with the Stars. So there's my day. Day, night, same thing, right? But I thought the game was very impressive. I tweeted about it the whole entire time, and I have a new man crush Monday, and that is Grayson Allen. He's a great little thing. He's going to sprout into something fantabulous.
Going to sprout into something fantastic. The line of the day from Chelsea Harris.
That's right.
He is going to sprout into something. But you already missed us talking about him. I was already saying that I have a man crush.
You have a man crush on him?
Well, I said that I like him.
Oh, man crush Monday. Ian Sachs, is this revealing? Is he on your scout report?
Well, he should have been on Wisconsin's scouting report.
Oh, yeah.
Because he lit it up, 16 points last night, and just bursting onto the scene on the biggest stage in college basketball. Now, Chelsea, you, a relatively new fan of college basketball.
Yes, I am.
You are a quote-unquote changed woman now.
Yes, I am a changed woman. I texted the both of you guys that last night because I only watched 5 minutes of Dancing with the Stars. And Rob even watched Dancing with the Stars, and I didn't.
Did you love the new character I introduced to you on Dancing with the Stars? That little kid was amazing. Come on, Uno's went to my will. I was like, listen, I need Dancing with the Stars on. They put it on for me.
That Ian Sachs, he's a changed man now. I don't know about you, but we're gonna get you into Dancing with the Stars next. Now that NCAA is over.
Hold on. 2007, the year that Apollo Anton Ono won Dancing with the Stars.
Yes,
that
sir.
season, I was locked in. That was my show. I watched every single week. I think the only week that I missed was when it was Monday night opposite the championship game with Florida, who we were just talking about.
I have Florida State on my shirt right now. That's my... I love Florida State.
Well, Florida State... Well, the women's... the Florida State men's team didn't make it to the tournament this year.
Yeah, because
their women's team, though, got to the Elite Eight, lost to South Carolina in a great game. The women's championship game is tonight. Chelsea, we got to get you to watch that.
Ha 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 ha. Funny. Oh, you're taking a selfie of me? Good morning. It's my cardio. Good morning, world. I did cardio. But anyway, back to basketball. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. The pace was unrealistically great for someone watching. I compared to like an Iona Manhattan game versus a Kentucky, Wisconsin Duke game. That was night and day. I love like my gals to death, alma mater, but yeah, not so much. Do you guys talk about the Final Four yet?
You know what? You missed it, but go for it. Let's hear your
Aiden
thoughts.
Sachs, do you love me right now?
Just a little bit.
Aw.
You're in the doghouse for a few minutes, but you'll come out soon.
Yes, but I just thought I fell asleep through the Wisconsin-Kentucky game. But that was pretty much it. But I thoroughly like NCAA. I'll just keep it short and quick because of you guys. Thank you for introducing me to my new favorite team and my new favorite man in the whole entire world, Grayson Allen. Goodness gracious.
Great opening segment. Of course, whenever you're talking championship, Final Four, March Madness, a great time. And you know what? It pains me to see it go away. Pains me so much. I love seeing one shining moment at the end of the championship game. I think that is just such a great video montage. But unfortunately, that meant that the tournament is coming to a close, much like this segment. Well, Chelsea, don't worry, you were in time because we are going to do some entertainment next. Rob goes to me. We have to do entertainment.
What?
And so I think I don't know.
I'm a changed man.
I don't know who's changed more this week. I don't know if it's Chelsea or Rob. We could have a vote on that at the end of the show.
Oh yeah.
You're listening to WICR, Iona College Radio.
The last 2 hours.